Hi guys. Yeah, I'm back. Just give me a minute here. Hold on. Oh, hey Xander, how's it going? I'm making some pickles for our friends on the YouTube channel. Okay, guys. So remember Kathy? Actually, can you do me a big friend thing over here? Come on over here for a second, Xander. He's got to be my cameraman because camera's a real. Oh, yeah, it's got to go up a little bit. Okay. Okay, so Xander's coming. I don't have to stoop down too much anymore because Xander's coming to help me with the cameraing again. If you want to just flip over the view screen there so you can see what's going on and try to get me in center frame. Other way. There you go. Okay, so you see how I'm kind of getting cut off at the head? There we go. Am I better? Now, use the handle. There, how's that? Okay, you want to flip that over so I can see what I'm doing now? See? That's how it goes, people. Enlist the friends of those you can. Okay, so, you remember my friend Kathy. Well, she asked me on Friday morning, very early, Xander and I were heading up to school, and she goes, hey, Todd, do you have any room for some beans and some cucumbers? And me goes, yeah, sure, why not? Well, big bag of cucumbers, big bag of beans. So did the beans. We're going to be doing dilly beans with those probably tomorrow, so I won't video that today. But what I'm doing today is bread and butter pickles that are canned. So we've got the cucumbers here, right? So you slice them up nice and thin. Make sure to take the ends off because the ends have an enzyme in them. Don't ask me what it's called. All I know is they're not very palatable. They don't taste very good, and you got to chew them a lot. And the whole idea is if you really want to chew them a lot, why make them into pickles? Just chew them as cucumbers, right? So it's all good. Besides, chickens need to eat. They get all the stuff. And they love the cucumber stuff. So this is a recipe that I stole off Xander's grandma. Now, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but we're out on the homestead out here. This is actually my wife's homestead, Tanya, her family, the Bergens. This is their homestead from about, I'm going to say 1900s, like early, like 1900 something. And we had the opportunity to get it back in 2015. And it just, I don't know, everything just sort of aligned and we were able to get it. So the groovy thing is, Xander's actually like fourth or fifth generation here. So, I mean, it's what the family going on, you know? Like people are asking me, well, how many, do you have a farm or what do you do? We only have 10 acres here. Sometimes we have animals, sometimes we don't. Right now we just have a whole bunch of chickens that you probably met in an early video. And pretty much we don't need to raise animals anymore because of my butcher shop. Now, the story of the butcher shop, don't know if I've told it, but it comes down to, I was helping out when we first moved here in 2015. We ended up doing some chickens for ourselves. We did 50 chickens. We invited all our friends over to do them. It took all bloody day, and we didn't want to eat chicken for a year afterwards, so it was kind of futile. So that's when I started the chicken plucker. Now, if you guys, there's a video previous. I'll try to link it, but I'm still not very good at that. But just look it up. It's about how we do our chickens, and that's where that came about. Now, the butcher shop aspect is over there. I'll take you on a tour later on. But just beside the house here was an old garage. And it was never used as a garage. It was kind of falling down. The walls were caving. The roof had holes in it and stuff like that. Well, my cousin down the road, well, actually Tanya's cousin down the road, asked if I'd come over and help do some pigs. You know, harvest them, right? So I said, sure. So I went down there, and on that day, it was cold and rainy, and there was bugs, and it was just not a nice day, right? Putting all the equipment outside and stuff like that. So that's how that one. I kind of enjoyed doing it, but with the fact that it was all ugly, didn't really want to do it again like that. So took a look at this garage beside us, and at that point in time, we were actually renovating the kitchen. So we have a big countertop in here. So we're getting rid of this big countertop, the old one, and it was like, you know, that would go really good out in the garage. So we got some tin, put it on the roof, got some siding, did the walls, set it up, put in the countertop, put in some lights, and lo and behold, we had our little butcher shop. Now, cousin down the road, Henry Schellenberg, one of the best horse trainers in the area, I'm talking in Western Canada, is Tanya's cousin. Well, he had a big old grinder, And I ended up getting a bandsaw, and then I got a sausage press. And so it started just developing. And I did Henry's pigs, and I did pigs for ourselves, and I did beef for ourselves and stuff like that. Well, the fact of the matter is, a lot of people started asking questions, right? Like, well, where'd you get that done? And who did that for you and stuff like that. Then my chef side came out, and the sausage area started going, That's why they call me the sausage samurai, because the sausage area just woke up. Okay, back to the plant. Pause that history lesson. Back to the planet. Okay, so now I have cut up all these cucumbers. Nice little pieces, right? Little coins. I'm going to add some salt. This is just standard salt. I use the non-iodized sausage salt. Just put a coating on them. Now I've already put some in there and mixed it in, so I'm just going to put a cover on them. And then I'm going to put them over here to, well, not soak. It's called the reverse of soak, actually, because what it's doing is that salt is drawing up the moisture, which we will then drain off later before we put it in the brine. The brine. Let's start talking. I got this off Grandma. So this is her mother's recipe. Okay, so you've got, for 1 pail of cucumbers, and we're going to say we have 3. Okay, I need some onions, because you got to have onions in pail pickles. And who doesn't like a pickled onion? I mean, well, Nana the canner, I'm going to mention her every episode because she is now a subscriber and a co-conspirator, because she keeps giving me these crazy ideas. And one of her ideas was, because y'all know I got into sourdough, right? Well, the sourdough has been named. That's right. Shall I introduce you? Okay, hold on. This right here. This is Bubbles. And she's my friend. She makes fantastic things. This morning, because of you, Nana, and I'm looking at you, kid. This morning, I didn't use the discard because I'm just baking like crazy with it. Hold on, you want to see one of my loaves? I put it in the freezer because we were at a wedding yesterday. So we were out and about. My little stepson got married yesterday. It was awesome. Loaf, sandwich loaf for Xander's lunches. So, because of Nana, and she was making butter yesterday. Great video with her grandkids. Yeah, so she said, boy, I would love to see you make pancakes. And I thought, hey, I got Bubbles. I've never made sourdough pancakes. So let's make some sourdough pancakes. Light, fluffy, scrumptious, and very, very hearty pancakes. See this? This is one batch, but I'll do this on another day with the recipe and everything else. But this is one batch. Oh, it even smells everything. They're just different than pancakes. They're like flapjacks 2.0 or buttermilk pancakes 2.0 is what they are. And they were so easy to make. It's so easy to cook. They even cook quicker, it seems. But they are fantastic. Supposedly, they store really well. I know Xander's going to be hungry here pretty quick, and I think we're going to reheat him just with the toaster. Eggo, move over. Let go of my Eggo is what I'm saying. So I did the buttermilk pancakes because of her butter video, which I said is at nanathecanner, NANTHECANNER on YouTube. And I thought, well, what the heck? I mean, I'm doing all this stuff here and stuff like that. I'll get that going. So boom, boom, boom. So I met Bubbles. Now you've met Bubbles. She is my sourdough starter. So we'll be doing sourdough stuff now. Hold it. I haven't had enough coffee today. And also the late night last night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't drink or smoke dope or anything like that, but just going out, man. I'm not as long as it used to be. It takes a while to recover even when you don't do anything bad. All right. So the waiting is over. This recipe is probably 100 to 150 years old. For real. And it is very basic. And it's very easy. And remember, this is for 1 pail of Pail pickles. Pail pickles traditionally go in the fridge. I took it upon myself to kick it up a notch and can them. And the canning result has been fantastic over the last 10 years. So we're going to go that way using the traditional pickling. Well, it's not even pickle, the traditional bread and butter Pail pickle recipe. Okay, so you ready? You got a pencil handy, you got your paper handy. So this is for 1 4-liter ice cream pail or 4-liter pail of full sliced cucumbers. 2 to 3 onions, sliced thin, like, let me feel this little sucker and I'll give you an example. So it is, I'll do it the easy way. So I'm just going to cut them like this in half, thin slice, right? Because they'll break up in the jars and with the cucumbers and stuff. Don't take the core, kick the core out, but save those guys there, if you can. There we go. So we're going to want to take the onions into the sort of the same thickness as the cucumber. So we're going to need 2 to 3 onions per pail. So I'm going to have to do 4 large onions here. We need 4 cups of sugar, 2 cups vinegar, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon mustard seed, 1 tablespoon celery seed. Heat it up to dissolve. You know the routine. We put it in the pot. Ta-da! We put it on the stove to dissolve. Get it going, bring it up to the proper heat. Cucumbers, stuff them in the jars, as per normal, which we will be doing later. And then away we go. So again, that is 4 cups sugar, 2 cups vinegar. Is it a little more sweeter than sour, 2 tablespoons salt, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon mustard seed, 1 tablespoon celery seed. That's it. That's all. Put it in a pot. Bring her up to everything's dissolved. Pour it in the pail. Mixy with the onions, the 2 to 3 big onions sliced up, and the cucumbers that have been sitting for, I think it's 6 to 8 hours in the salt. So it draws out the moisture, so they absorb all the pickling moisture. So I've got the cucumbers sitting over here, relaxing. I've got the onions I'm cutting up over here. I'll get them on the go. And I'll bring you guys back in about 6 hours when I'm ready to make them. So we have the recipe, which I will put down below, right beside the like, subscribe, the comment area. You can comment on, thing you're doing. And if you have fridge space, you can cut this in half too. If you just go to the farmer's market and get a few cucumbers, cut it in half and just put them in the fridge. You let them sit there a week or so, and the longer they sit, the better they are. So I'll say goodbye for now. We'll be back in a flash. You flashed me 6 hours. And we'll get this on the go. And on that note, welcome to Ask Todd and Bread and Butter Pickles. We're back. Okay, so these have been soaking for a while. They've probably lost, I'm going to say, about 25-30% of their total, volume kind of thing in the bowls, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this guy, and that's the turmeric, salt, celery seed, and mustard seed. 1 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon, or 1 teaspoon. So that's in the recipe right there, and I just put that in that bowl there. And now over here, I got the pot popping here. So it's got the sugar and the vinegar in it. Now I'm just going to add all of this into here and let it do its magic for just a little bit while I've got my Nesco canner doing my jars for me. So you don't have to quite bring it to a boil, but you know what? As us in canning, we like to boil everything. So we're just going to let that sit and boil for a while and let all that, what will I call it, the tea, the hot mix you're making, the brine. We'll let that go, and then I'm going to stuff the warm jars with these little bastards here, and then from there, I'm going to go in the canner and can them up. And hopefully I don't run out of jars, but I think we're going to do pretty good. I did a double recipe because it looks like about 2 pails worth here. Now, if we were doing Pail pickles, or say none of them seal, they got to be in your fridge for at least 1 week. That 1 week lets all the stuff do the mojo. So vinegar, turmeric, 1 tablespoon, celery seed, 1 tablespoon, mustard seed, 1 tablespoon, salt, 2 tablespoons. Oh, yeah, salt, 2 tablespoons, 2 cups vinegar, 4 cups sugar. Right? Let me just double check because I don't know if I'm there yet. Hold on. That's right. So 4 cups sugar, 2 cups vinegar, 2 tablespoons salt, 1 tablespoon turmeric, 1 tablespoon celery seed, 1 tablespoon of the mustard seed. Put them in a pot. Let them do the mambo jumbo. That's after slicing your cucumbers and onions up into thinner slices, into pickly sizes, right? And then throw them all together. Rub them with some salt in there. And I put probably about a quarter cup maybe in there in each thing, and hence you don't need the salt in there because it's in here, but it did seep off. So I've drained these guys and they're ready to go in. All right, so I'm just waiting for everything to come up to temperature. When that all happens, I'll bring you back to show the stuffing process. And here we go, because we got everything to heat. Okay, so I got this guy up here. Let me just grab my ladle. Oh, lordy, lordy, that looks so good. If you can smell it in here right now, like, oh my goodness. It is like Pail pickle heaven. Okay, so I got her up to a boil. Put that there, my trusty dusty, right? So these guys have been steamed up. They're ready to rock and roll. Like I'd washed them previously and stuff like that, right? So, but then I just steam them up. It's like how we used to put them in the ovens. So I just do it this way because I like the thought of a steam bath sanitizing all the jars. And so far, it's worked. Like I haven't had one spoil yet. I've had 3 non-seals so far. And I ate them all, and they turned out really good. Yeah. I did the beef and onion one. Remember the beef and onion video? So I did the beef and onion one. I had my mother-in-law and Tanya, my wife, here. And basically, we were hungry, but you didn't really want to do anything. Check out the funnel. There we go. Okay, Nana, that's for you. I got to show you my flour cup one day. I mean, don't take that the wrong way. I'm just saying, I have to show you my flour cup. So, okay, this is where it gets down and dirty. We are going to load these jars with the cucumbers, right? Pretty basic. Put them in, stack them in. These are hot jars. These are not hot cucumbers. The less cucumbers you get in, the more jars you're going to need. So, stuff them pretty good, but not overly packed. Because you need the brine. I mean, the brine will, especially over time. I mean, this stuff will hopefully hold us till next year. And I would love to get half of these into each jar. I don't know if I can, but I got my trusty dusty cram it in there 2000. Yeah. So we're going to give that a go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? I can probably put a little bit more in there. And that's before I use the crammer. I mean, you got to be gentle, but kind of not, Because frankly, I'm not selling these. These are going in my face. And my face doesn't care. So I'm just loading these jars up, putting them in as per normal. And then stacking them, and then I'll pour in the brine. Here, let's do one to show you what I mean. Let me finish this guy here. I think I'm going to run out of jars. I do believe I am. I got some backups, so I'm okay, I think. But, remember all the blueberry jam and everything? Yeah, I think it took its toll. I saw, HT Prepper, I think it is. She does. If you look up making sourdough starter, she has a wicked recipe for sourdough starter. Nana, I'm going to bring back to you for the sourdough. We'll do that once we have the starter. When we do the sourdough recipe, I'll give you the full explanation on that. Oh, also, thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. For some reason, and I think it has to do with Nana and hopefully exposure, and I think that getting subscribers is exponential. You start off nice and slow, and then all of a sudden they just start pounding on you. But I mean, I haven't got that many. My goal is 50. I'm at 33. I need 17 more to go. I am in my first few months. It would be awesome if say by Christmas, if we could get up to 100 subscribers by Christmas, I think I'd just be on cloud nine. That would be a wicked good Christmas present. So, okay, so I've got these 2 jars pretty fluffed up, right? Get my ladle, trusty old girl here. Get them as close as you can to each other. Now you give your stuff a stir for equal distribution. The reason you're doing that, make sure the salt is up, the sugar's up, all the seeds are in there. Because the more seeds you get in there, the prettier it is. And I bet you I'm going to have lots of broth left. No, these take a while. They do take a while because you have so many different levels and so much different things. It takes a while for the stuff to get in there. So it's okay to let them sit for a little bit. I mean, we're going to put them in the canner anyways, and you know how this baby works. She's going to make sure that sucker seals. But this way, you just take your time. I don't think canning is a race. I think canning is therapeutic. It makes you feel good. You make good stuff that tastes good that you can remember. Almost forgot. This is a sugary syrup. Sugary, big time. So, me and Mr. Vinegar that you can pick up at your local Loblaws. There we go. There's my plug for the day. I know you don't have to use, a lot of people say you can use just water and stuff like that. I like vinegar because it's such a good disinfectant, but also it cuts through all that sugar and all that stuff. Now we're Cram-O-Matic 3000. Make sure we got no air bubbles. Probably even use a little more broth in there, eh? So we'll just touch that with a little more. There we go. Turn these down. Wicked tool. Amazon, like $8. Okay. There we are. Put on an ugly ring. Why don't we care if it's an ugly ring? Because it's coming off as soon as these things are sealed. Grab a rag, because you might not have burn-proof hands like I do. Hell, and I don't. Trust me. Remember those hot jars? My hands hurt for 2 days. So, tighten them up, put them in the bath. Now, this water is hot, because remember, I just sanitized the jars in there, right? So, warm water, warm jars, warm ingredients, no crack split. Oh my God, that's a mess, right? So, I'm going to keep filling these guys up. I'm going to load up the canner, and then we'll get on to water bathroom. So just sit back, relax. In fact, go get some popcorn. This might be a long video. So I'm going to just do the old woo flash forward, and I'll see you guys in a flash. Woo. Okay, here we go. We got them all loaded. They're all in the They're all in the Nesco. So remember what we got to do: water bath, 20 minutes. Start. Make sure you're venting. That's it. As soon as that stream comes out, hit start again, and you're golden. And then it beeps when it's done. Off gas is when it's done. You're done when it's done. Now, the problem I have is I went through one of my 2 things of pickles, and I filled all 4 of the jars. So I'm kicking over to my 5 little guys. We'll see where that goes. After the 5, I don't know, man. I just got to go with what I got to go. And all I got to go with is what I got to have. So, Kathy, if you're watching this, remember when you said you wanted to bring me some more jars? I'm out of them. But if you need any rings, yeah, I know. New standard. Take the rings off. Smartest idea going in canning. Other than having somebody else do it for you. Okay, so that's going to kick up and do its magic. You've seen this a dozen times, so you don't need to see this again. So I'm going to keep stuffing and cramming and everything else, get all the stuff done yet. Oh, I got to show you this brine, though. I don't know if you can see this brine. Here, let me go camera down angle. Okay, you ready? Look at the brine color. It smells so awesome. I mean, so awesome. So, on that note, guys, I'll be back in just a blink when everything's done on the first batch. By then I'll have the other batch going in, and you know how it's going. So you know what? You know how it all goes anyways. I'll just bring you back tonight. If you need some more information on that Nesco, just go look at some of my other videos. Again, thank you and welcome to all the new people on Ask Todd. I really appreciate it. Give me suggestions, and Nana, keep up the good work. Yes, we are going to do sourdough pancakes. Okay, they're awesome. They're freaking awesome. I mean, awesome, 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 awesome. And they taste so good. And I'm going to introduce you to my flower cup, Nana. And it is a pretty old one. It's 123 years old from this homestead. I'll give you guys some more information on me and our homestead and everything else in this episode and other episodes and following episodes. Give me some suggestions on that note. I'll see you guys when I'm all done. Hey guys, I'm back. All right. Okay, so we're down to 1 minute. This is on the second batch because once you start going with this thing, it holds its heat in the water really well. So your first one takes, like, say 8 minutes to get up to temperature. But the second one, it's like boom, 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 boom. So that's what I've got so far. You guys look at it? Oh, they're hot. They're hot, 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 hot. Yes, I use Cheese Whiz container. What do you think? Pretty, pretty? Not too bad. Lots of juice? Yes. And yes, I do use and reuse jars, especially Cheese Whiz or peanut butter or those little sauces you get. Fantastic for giveaways and stuff like that. And we do use quite a bit of Cheese Whiz. Oh, okay, so this is what I want to show you. Okay, so it just goes off by itself, right? And you see the steam coming off there? You could set your watch. I bet you this doesn't take more than a few minutes. It is now 4:47 p.m. my time right here. All right. I want to know, and I need to have some comments on this, because if I don't, I'm not going to do it. You guys want to learn how to do pierogies? Because I've got to learn how to do pierogies. I'm going to have to call Grandma and do it. It could take a while. Trisha Signs and Designs asked to come back right away. They've got the fall thing coming up. So it's probably going to be, I'm going to think, touching October. All right? Because we're still full up. I'm going to release this one today, though, if I can get it going. Okay. It is still 4:47. And I'm just waiting for that the one in the back, the little overpressure one. When it goes click, and that's it. So we've got it. You've got the recipe. It's down below. There it is. That's it. Hold on. Whoa. Very pretty. But not so orangey as the last one. Oh, I bet you I know why. Because the little guys don't take near as much broth as the big guys. And because you basically stuff all these, there's like no gap in there whatsoever. I'll show you. I'll bring one up to show it to you here in a sec. Now I've got one little one all by itself, and you know what? Screw it. It's going in. Now, one just popped already. Cool. Still producing steam. There we go. Nope. Well, this is okay. So I just threw that other one in there, right? The water's still really hot, so you can't see me. Let's try over here. Hi. Okay. So I just threw that one in there. The water's still really hot. Water bath. 20 minutes. Start. This thing will be so fast, it'll be crazy. I might have to hit the start button before we get this done. Okay, so just give them a little wipe off because they got some sweat on them. And then you let them do it. And I've already got, I thought I heard a punk. Oh yeah, right there already. Okay, awesome. So far, the first 4 big jars, we got 4 solid seals. Second 5 jars, call it 6. We'll see how it goes. But that's it. Now let me show you this little guy. There it is. Okay. See, there's very little gap on the bottom compared to the other ones. Still bubbling away. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So on that note, this is it. You've now learned the secret recipe handed down from grandma to grandma here at this homestead. Oh, you guys want to see the flower cup? I know. And I know you want to see the flower cup. Kathy, you want to see the flower cup? Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, people, now get serious. Oh, see how it's steaming already? Then all I gotta do is go like this. I'm now canning. Okay, this is the flower cup. I get giddy over old stuff. Like I've got an old manual butter churn up there and stuff like that. The mirror groping we've got outside was original. It's like 132 years old, stuff like that. This little guy was found here. It was brought over from Prussia when the first Schellenbergs, who are my wife's family line, came over. Another cool example. I'm half Mennonite. My mom was a Friesen. My dad's blue blood Ingham. That's our Ingham blue blood name. Yes, bloody right, right? Yeah. But my mother's family was also in Prussia. It's so cool if you think about it. Those Mennonites coming over, like everyone thinks unjustified all this and all that. Those Mennonites were fleeing from aggression. They were fleeing from war. They were fleeing from not able to do their own thing. And now we have government who's kind of starting to do that, except for the war thing. They're just like forcing stuff, but that's okay. Another topic, another discussion. But wouldn't it be cool if this cup was from the Friesen side and was gifted to the Schellenberg side and brought to here, and now it's in use? And the cool thing is, it is exactly one cup. Measures out perfectly. I've been using it for years. I will use it till it turns to dust, or I do, and then Xander will use it. So that is my flower cup, circa 1890 something. I love it to bits. Okay, on that note, that's going to take another 20 minutes. You don't need to see it. You already saw what the results are going to be. So this is me with cucumbers. Thank you, Kathy. Those cucumbers rock. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing them because my cucumber plant went. Guys, have a great day. Talk to somebody new this week. See what their story is. Or just say hi. Make an introduction. You know what I mean? Let me know how it goes. Let's keep it positive this week. It's going to be nice and warm. Let's take it while we can get it because winter sounds like it's going to suck. So let's grab it by the horns because it is harvest season. It is canning season. It is let's get stocked up in case we get loaded in for winter season. And not to mention these recipes that go back so many generations and taste just so good. Yeah, I know it's got a lot of sugar in it, but because it's so old and you put a big smile on your face when you're eating it, no calories. That's what I was told. And I'm taking it. I'm ordering it. All right. This is Todd from Ask Todd. And I'm signing off. Have a great Sunday.